Alright guys, so this is an Eclipse here that was brought to us from out of town. This one came in just to do a bunch of maintenance stuff last week. So we did time belt BC 272 cam install. As you can see that this car is pretty well put together, but it had a lot of small issues, okay? The first thing that we found once we got the car started up was that when the car got dropped off, we noticed a really bad exhaust leak. And we didn't really look into it. We made note of it, told the customer, and he said he was also aware of it too. But the timing belt was like in a really bad condition. It was like cracked and all this other stuff, so it needed to get changed, and that was kind of what we needed to do first. So we started investigating the exhaust leak, and we actually found out that it was the turbo. You can see that the turbo like literally is just hanging on by a thread there. Right? So I was able to get one bolt completely off by hand, and now we're just going to remove the whole section because of in order to get the turbo out, we just have to remove it off the manifold. So we looked at a couple different ways underneath the car trying to get to it, but there's a lot of bolts that we just cannot get. So you know, there's just a handful of bolts that we just cannot get to with it installed on the car. So unfortunately, the whole manifold is coming out for us to get to it. So like I want to reiterate here, like we haven't touched any of this at all in terms of it, but you can see like this stud right here. If you're looking from the top, I can actually move it. And I actually think this is broken, to be quite frank with you. So unfortunately, like I said, it's all gonna have to come out. Radiator had to come out because we need the clearance to be able to pull this forward, to pull this up as a complete assembly. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. We're gonna go ahead and get this pulled off all the way here, and then we'll get the new locking hardware installed, and it should be right as rain after that. So in terms of gasket, we have a metal 7-layer T3 gasket here that we're going to use. Unfortunately, the only gaskets that are really available are these Felpro type gaskets that are graphite. You know, these don't work that great in my opinion, but they're a lot better than some of the cheesier gaskets that you can get. But the real star of the show is going to be this from this company here. These are the Stage 8 locking fasteners. So let me go ahead and crack these open here so you guys can see them. So when you get your Stage 8 fasteners, you're going to see a couple different things here. You're going to see this little locking tab, and you're also going to see a C-ring, or an E-clip rather. Now these may look like regular nuts to you, but in fact they're actually cut here for the E-clip. And the way they're designed is, this is how it's supposed to go here. So if you look at this, you'll see that the nut goes on, then you have this thing here, and this is supposed to lock it against the manifold, right? So let me go ahead and slide that down. So once you orientate it so it locks in place, the E-ring then goes into the groove to lock it all in place so it can't move. And the cool thing about these is that if you look at the teardrop piece here, you'll see that it's got multiple sections in it so you can fit it on the nut, however the nut ends up tightened up. So the only thing that we did not account for though on this car particularly is just the sheer fact that these studs are probably no good. So you can see kind of shaking and wobbling around down there. So there's a very good chance that once we remove it, it's going to need new studs. So unfortunately at this point, not much else we can do. Just go ahead and pull it all off, and then see where we land at, get new studs on it, get new gaskets on it, and then hopefully this car will be good to go there. Okay, so we got the Stage 8 locking hardware installed here. So as you can see, here's the little locking tab and then the E-clip. And so make sure when you're putting these on that they sit in the most counterclockwise position you can get. They're not all going to be perfect, but get them as close as you absolutely can. There's a little bit of wiggle room in here, but you can see that it's not going anywhere. This may back off just a hair, literally a hair, and then it'll eventually get stuck and it'll stop it from loosening up. So unfortunately, as we were working on the car, we noticed that this feed fitting was like really loose. They had a bunch of Teflon paste on it, And so and you can see the Teflon built up on the ends here. Hopefully, I know it's probably kind of hard to focus on at the moment, but they had a lot of like Teflon built up to it, and when the fitting came out, it was stripped. So this is actually a really common problem with Precision. Not a problem per se, I think it's designed purposely this way, but these fittings are made out of like a really light aluminum, and so these fittings will strip when you torque them down. And the good news is that when it does strip, it seldom ever ruins the turbo. So the thing is that the reason why you can't just use a regular restricted fitting, like, you know, from like Garrett or whatever, is the fact that you can see that this end is tapered specifically for the Precision turbo, and most restrictors restrict the very top end. Precision, on the other hand, restricts the bottom side of it. So this is a specific fitting from PTE. So the good news is that it's not super expensive. It's like 25 bucks or whatever, but the issue is like getting one unordered and shipping it. So now we're gonna have some downtime with the car kind of being stuck. All right, so it's basically all back together. Radiator is back in. We've got to actually, once we get that fitting in, we've got the line, the intake, and then we're just gonna give it an oil change. Oil looks a little on the bad side. And then at that point, we'll fire this thing up and hopefully everything is good. So unfortunately for now, until we can get those parts in, it's just going to have to wait on the lift. All right, so we got that PTE, we got that Precision fitting here. So this one is the exact same as the other one. It's aluminum, obviously, with a 0.035 restrictor on it. So now we can finally get this other Eclipse wrapped up and get it started up. Oh, ow. All right, first start with the manifold not leaking. Okay, maybe not. Oh, it's so quiet now. Alright, all back together. No more exhaust leak. Turbo's all the way on with the stage 8. Locking hardware down there sounds a lot better already, so at this point now, we'll let it run, let it bleed out on fluid, and then we'll call this one good.